You can check out this video where we broke I was pointing my nose.
Well,
I'm going to go this way. Okay, go ahead.
And one of the fastest ways to get into an argument, a fight, or further distancing ourselves is to put those expectations on someone else when they don't even know it exists.
If you're wanting to create an exceptional marriage, there's one thing you absolutely need to eliminate before you do. And it's something that you may not even know exists. It's the hidden manual that you have for your significant other and most likely your kids and even your employees. It's an instruction manual that we have for the people in our lives that basically says if they take those actions, then we can feel good or happy. The problem with this is generally we don't even tell them it exists. Actually, most of the time, we don't even know it exists. We also don't see the pain that it actually causes us. I mean, we have a hidden manual that says if my significant other doesn't empty the dishwasher or say I love you, we can sometimes get angry, frustrated, and resentful, and they don't even know it's happening. That's why finding these hidden expectations and eliminating them will be the best thing that you can do for your marriage. So today, we're going to dive into not only helping you identify what manuals you have in your life, but the quickest way to actually tear them up. If you're ready to do that with us, let's go. Welcome to Modern Leadership, where we see things differently. We help busy parents who want to excel personally and professionally, but without having to sacrifice family time or burn themselves out. We do that via quick tip videos on Mondays and Thursdays and longer episodes on the weekend to help personalize this for your specific leadership role. If you're new, consider subscribing. But let's jump right in.
You may have thought about expectations before about yourself, but maybe not in the way that we're going to explain today. Because we're talking about hidden expectations that we have for others, specifically those people that we love the most. We have a hidden manual that other people need to follow in order for us to feel good. Only they don't know it exists. And one of the fastest ways to get into an argument, a fight, or further distancing ourselves is to put those expectations on someone else when they don't even know it exists. So we want to hear in the comments below, who do you think would benefit the most from you ripping up that manual?
So let's think about this for a second. What are the benefits of getting rid of a manual? Number one is you start to take control of your own feelings, so you aren't beating yourself up for something that somebody doesn't even know exists. Number two is we stop setting people up for failure by giving them a list of rules that they don't even know about. And number three is getting rid of the manual will actually open the lines of communications with the person that you love the most. Think about this. If you have a manual that says, if they empty the dishwasher, if they say these words, if they do these actions, then that means that they love me. Well, when they don't do that, we take it internally and it gets us to feel a certain way. This can be angry, resentful, any of those feelings that don't make us reach out and just have a conversation with our significant other. We actually go the opposite direction, which is why it's so critical that you take these next two steps. So after you identify that you have a manual, and one of the great ways I like to do this is anytime somebody does something, takes some kind of action, or says something that makes you feel a certain way, and it's not a way that you actually want to feel, you have to realize that I must have a manual for them, this hidden list of expectations. Once you identify it, the first thing you need to do is take ownership. Fighting back against it is not going to help you or your relationships at all. We all have these hidden expectations. Even me, somebody who teaches this commonly in all of my programs, I still find myself having manuals for my kids and my wife. Just don't tell her. So anytime you feel angry, frustrated, or any other emotion that you don't want to feel towards your spouse, really think about, is this a manual that I have for them?
Number two is recognize the benefits of taking ownership ourselves. Controlling your own behavior is hard enough. Controlling someone else's behavior is beyond frustrating. When we don't take ownership, we give that power to others based on their own behavior. This is not an empowering way to live. This doesn't mean that you stay in a bad relationship because it's not serving you. You can still do what's necessary to protect yourself. You get to do what you want with your time, how you're going to respond, and when you want to make those changes in your life.
The third thing you can do, and this is optional, but I highly suggest you do it, is just ask them. Here's the caveat to this. If you ask your significant other to take some specific action, let's say emptying the dishwasher. I know I got a problem with dishwashers. And then you get home and it's not emptied. How you know that you don't have a manual is if you don't make the fact that they didn't do it mean something about you. Instead, I would just choose to think, man, they must have been incredibly busy. She must have forgotten. And really just move on with my life, because how long does it take to empty the dishwasher?
So let's give you another example of what a manual might look like. So let's say it's a busy morning. My kids don't want to get up, they're not listening to me, and my husband's in the other room taking care of some work. I'm struggling with the kids and you can hear the chaos in the background, but yet my husband doesn't come out of the room. I'm expecting him to hear the commotion and come out and save me.
Wait, is this husband me? Are you talking about me?
Take notes. But the problem is, I didn't tell him that. I didn't tell him that I wanted his help. Maybe I couldn't tell him ahead of time, but maybe I could have stopped, walked into the room and asked him, can you please help me with the kids? So the problem this causes if I don't tell him explicitly that I need his help is that he's not going to know, he's not going to do it, and then I'm going to feel resentful. I'm going to be angry at the kids, and I'm going to be angry at my husband.
And we don't want that, do we? All right, guys, so now you have an idea of what we mean by this instruction manual. So you may be wondering about like some different ways that you can create this kind of connection with your family once you rip up the manual. Don't worry, we got you covered. Check out this video next, where I share the secret to get your family to love hanging out with you. Don't forget to subscribe and keep leading from the front, leaders. Bye.
What happened?
I had an itch. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to hold it for the whole time.
Okay. And one of the
hairs? You have to do that again. I was looking down.
Oh.
I was looking down.
Okay.
Because how long does it take to empty the dishwasher? I know you love it. I say that.